Vote 2024, the White House and the rest of the country are closely watching how Israel responds to a high-stakes phone call between President Joe Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Our Washington correspondent Julia Benbrook joining us live from the White House tonight. Julia, what do we know about this call between those two leaders?
Well, in a statement released shortly after the phone call ended, the White House said that President Joe Biden emphasized that a deadly strike on humanitarian workers and the overall humanitarian situation in Gaza are unacceptable. He made it clear that U.S. policy with respect to Gaza will be determined by their assessment of Israel's immediate action. During a 30-minute phone call on Thursday, President Joe Biden told Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that Israel needs to take steps to address the humanitarian crisis in Gaza or face consequences.
I'm not going to preview steps. I'm not going to preview decisions that haven't been made yet, but there are things that need to be done.
The phone call between the two leaders came amid growing outrage over an Israeli drone strike that killed 7 international aid workers on Monday.
Now we have certain aid organizations that are reconsidering whether they're even going to be able to continue operations in Gaza while famine looms. So there has to be tangible steps.
According to a senior Biden administration official, Netanyahu admitted that the Israeli military was to blame for the deaths and assured Biden that his government would announce measures to prevent such a mistake from happening again. Hours after the call, Israel approved the reopening of the Erez crossing between Israel and northern Gaza, which has been closed since the October 7th Hamas attacks. Israel's cabinet also approved using a port south of Tel Aviv to increase the aid flowing into the enclave. The White House is defending a recent transfer of more than 2,000 bombs to Israel, despite the concerns over the soaring civilian death toll in Gaza. Now, a State Department spokesperson says that that transfer was authorized before the Israeli strike that killed the 7 aid workers. Reporting live in Washington, D.C., Julia Benbrook, WISH TV.